Hey y'all, positive and forward. So it's a little bit late, almost a week. I have been trying all week actually to make this video, but because it's the birthday edition, that's what we've decided to call it. I just hadn't had the time to get to it. I was recording one day and I got a series of text messages, and of course that just, like, when you're recording on your phone, just kicks it all out and stops the recording. And then I didn't have time to try to edit or do any of that and get it situated. And then there's been one thing after another: work, real life, cleaning apartments after you've neglected said home for the better part of 2 weeks because you've been living and celebrating you. That's why it's the birthday edition. I have, some of you know, hopefully this will get to please people who don't have any idea, but some of you know that I have been taking care of me in a strong, powerful type of way for the last 2 years. Rebuilding, regrouping, healing, restructuring in general. I'm on a new phase of that after turning 45 last week. But basically what I'm coming to tell you in this birthday edition is to never forget you. It doesn't matter what comes up. If it penalizes you, if it means you're not going to be able to take care of you, you're not going to be able to celebrate you, you're not going to be able to rest for you, you're not going to be able to feed you in all aspects, spiritually, financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, educationally, relationally, it needs to go away. It needs to go away. Because you are important. The things you need are important. The things you want are important. And anybody who tells you that it's not okay to ensure that you are okay, they're not for you. Because people who are for you should want to make sure that you're okay. None of that means be selfish. None of that means not consider community. None of that means don't work on and try to heal relationships. But it absolutely means, if doing any of those things means putting yourself on the back burner and not taking care of you in the way that you need to be taken care of, it's not worth it. If the thing that is threatens you in any of those ways I mentioned, it's not for you. If it's a mate and they're not assisting in your growth, and you assisting in their growth, you're not for each other. If it's a religion and it isn't feeding you in the way that it needs to feed you, it's not for you. If it's a home that just isn't what you need it to be, take some steps, because people can't just up and move left and right. Take some steps to try to work towards that process. But if that doesn't end up working, it's not for you. A school program, a job, whatever the thing is, if it puts you in a place of constantly having to complain, constantly being unhappy, constantly being your better good being threatened, it's not for you. I implore you to remember to celebrate you. I implore you to remember to take care of you. If you are taken care of, you provide a better product into the greater world. And then the world benefits. And that's what this whole channel is about. Positive and forward, and improving lives. Yours first, and then the ones around you. It's not going to be an overnight process. It's going to take time. Some of these things are about unlearning lessons and finding new ways to do things. But it's worth it if it's for you and your betterment. Celebrate you. Take care of you. Make sure you're good. And anything or one that questions your desire to do that isn't for you. I'm not saying just instantly cut people off and don't give chances, because some relationships are worth building. But set your boundaries and consistently set your boundaries until those people learn to follow those boundaries. And if they never learn to respect your boundaries, they've chosen for you that they're not for you. Love on you. Do all the things that you need to do to make sure you're good and your world, others around you's world, and the world in general can only get better. And who's going to complain about a better world? Anybody complaining about a better world? Positive and forward, everybody. The birthday edition. Celebrate you. It's my birthday all month. Deuces.